Hello, guys, and welcome to the League of Europe Division 2 for round number 10 here at the Canadian Grand Prix. It's all clear right now in qualifying, but as we were just told, apparently there's going to be a bit of rain in the race. So, we got that to look forward to. Anyway, where are my manners? Let me introduce you to the commentary team. Of course, we got Ivor, Bryn, Mike here, joined as always by Ghost Recon. How are you doing, Ghost?
I'm doing just fine here, and we are in one of the intense tracks of the count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be well, from what we know of this track, it's going to be very tight, very competitive. And from what we know of these guys, it's also going to be very tight and very competitive. Because after last week, I don't know how it can get any tighter than what it was last week. But we gotta throw Raikon back into the mix now. Unable to race last week, but he is back this week, along with B Morgan as well, who is another name that wasn't there. Actually, was he there last week? If he was, he had a
B.
quiet
Morgan.
race.
I think he was, and if he was, yeah, I believe he had a really quiet race. So yeah, nothing to really stick out much. But
Hmm.
let's see who's gonna be up here to start off. And also, Ton looks like he's retired from the session. Maybe I'm not sure if I remember, but he might have a qualifying ban if I remember correctly. And oh no, that's velocity in the wall.
But meanwhile, we got
Yep.
Toxic on the run down to the line to set the first lap, which is a 1:08.7.
Oh, already a good time.
Yep, a very good banker lap there for Toxic. I'm expecting pole position to be in the low 108 here, but setting a
You
1:08.7
hear
is a very good banker lap. As J. Cole sets a 1:08.8, he's looking like the man who could very well get pole position here.
you hear no complaints from me.
But what I don't hear any audio from the actual game. Let me just jump into
That
my
has been
audio.
going. That has been an ongoing glitch here, but weirdly enough, it only happens in qualifying for some reason, not
Ladies
in
and
the
gentlemen,
actual
we
race
have
itself.
audio back. I am the repairman. I am the repairman. I have repaired it. Yes, I know I am legendary. So, I mean, the strategy at this circuit is always going to be a tricky one to call. Do you go for the one stop? Do you go for the two stop? If so, which kind of two stop do you go for?
Pre- Precisely. For I believe the one stop is actually the hugest gamble because I believe it's durability over over speed. So you have to choose which one you want to go with.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, the thing is, if you have the pace to make the two stop work, it's going to be very tricky for anyone to make that one stop work because the two stop in the right hands can be just so much quicker. But of course, that all depends on whether you get caught up in traffic after you make that first pit stop. And traffic could be a key factor here today. But from the looks of it, both Ferraris are going well, with Campbell sitting in third right now, B Morgan in fourth, Bree in fifth, Starja, who got a fantastic fifth place last time out, is sitting in sixth right now. Caesar all the way down in eighth. He's going to be looking to bounce back. He may feel that he was a bit, a bit robbed when it came to the Russian Grand Prix. He had a decent advantage, but bit of front wing, and he lost the race lead to the man in the other Red Bull, who is not here today, Dan.
Yeah, yeah. And apparently Bisley has asked how are you?
That's Bullet
He
Boy
asked you
from
personally.
D1, and I'm doing
Oh,
fine. I am Bullet. How are you? You know, I'm in a good mood, but also a little bit of a bad mood. And if you guys, if you know, you guys know why I'm in a good mood and a bad mood at the same time. But yeah, we're excited for D2, hoping for another scintillating race like what we had in Russia towards the end. As we got Maledicta setting a... Oh, Velocity instantly beats it with a 108.4. The Alfa Romeo man on a mission.
yeah. And I'd say he had a really bad start having that damaged front wing into the wall right in the start of it, but looks like he managed to come right back at it. Very, it's a really good time for the Alfa Romeo, and you're right. He seems like he's on a mission right now.
Will it be Velocity versus J. Cole for Paul here? Because we know J. Cole has got some pace around here.
As I say, it looks like the only teams that have good pacing right now are both the Alfa Romeo of the junior team of the Alfa Romeo and the senior team of the Ferrari.
Right, on board with B. Morgan right now as he is coming through the hairpin. Look at the crowd there. They're all going absolutely nuts as he is now. Flat out. DRS wide open. And he is in overtake mode on the ERS as well. As Raikkonen's retired from the session. He didn't even set a lap. And ooh,
Oh,
B.
oh,
Morgan almost going straight into the back of, I believe that was a McLaren.
oh no, that was the Renault
That was
of
Bag of
car
Bones.
medalists.
Oh,
Oh no, yeah, the
oh,
Bag of Bones, yes. I'm not sure if he just like
locked up.
overestimated. Maybe he misjudged his braking or something. That was really weird.
Right, well, one man who is about to start a lap is Campbell in the Ferrari as Mark pops into second with a 108.701. So Mark showing he's got a bit of pace here as well. And Mark was someone who has had a good bit of form when coming on the podiums in the past couple of races. So he
So yeah,
might
we
find
might.
his way into another podium here today. But will he be on the podium? Time will tell. Oh, as Campbell's lost the back end and he has spun it. We do know that Campbell
Oh,
is on controller right now. He's got to make sure he doesn't get in anyone's way. We do not want a incident like what we saw earlier in D3. But yeah,
oh.
Campbell able to get
Yeah,
himself going again. And
he lost
good
it
job.
in the exit of the first chicane. Ugh, that's just not a pretty sight.
Yes, we do know that Campbell is on the controller for this race because of a dodgy wheel, and I think that might have been a bit of a corner cut there from J. Cole. Yeah, it is. He's back completely out of it. But we got Toxic, who is about to start another lap. So we're going to stay on board with Toxic. Just take us on a lap of the Grand Prix. So on the rundown into turn one, you want to be taking quite a lot of that curb, but not too much, just to set you up for the long right-hander of turn two. Into the first chicane, he hits both curbs. Lovely there. He could have taken a little bit more on the exit as we come now into the second chicane, a little bit deep, missing the apex slightly on entry and exit of the little chicane section as we are now going under the bridge as he breaks now into the first chicane. A good use of the curbs there, using all of the track as he is now on the run down to the hairpin. He is, however, on 0 ERS, which I did not spot, so apologies. I thought he was on a flying lap. It appears that he is not. So he is just now on the run down the final straight into the chicane with the infamous Wall of Champions. He gets close, but not too close. And now he's going to start his flying lap. But, oh, Ben's popped it into second. The McLaren driver, Ben J, up into second with our fantastic 108.6.
Very impressive.
Dylan has retired from the session, so I wonder... Sector 2. Got anyone in Sector 2? Velocity is not in Sector 2. What about Toxic? Yep, we just seen it on the exit of the third chicane. I'm going to have to get a track map up so I can see exactly what corner that is. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know how many corners altogether. They all just kind of blend for me. Do you want to let me know what corner it is, Ghost? If you can get up. As Velocity goes even quicker, but not by much. Narrowly improves on his time. It's still a 184, but it is slightly better than his previous lap. Okay, so we got 5 minutes left of this qualifying session. There seems to be a lot of invalidations going on right now. So many people are not able to get the best timing that they possibly can, but I'll just give you a quick run through the orders before these guys come out for their final attempts. We got Velocity currently on provisional pole with a 1.8.4. Ben in second with a 1.8.6. B Morgan in third with a 1.8.6. We got Yellow Flag in Sector 3. Who is this for? Okay, right, so I couldn't find who it was for. But we got B Morgan in third with a 1.8.6. We got Mark in fourth for the 1.8.7. Just over half a tenth behind Mark. We got QVR Maledictus in fifth, and then very close between him and Toxic as Ashahina has left the session, so not good for him. Currently all the way down in 15th. We got Total P's in 6th with a 1.8.8 with J Cole, who I believe is on a flying lap right now. We're going to stay on board with J Cole, a man who could very well be on pole position here today. So he comes through the hairpin, gets a good exit. Now it's just foot to the floor all the way until the final chicane with the infamous Wall of Champions, as J Cole takes it beautifully. And what time is this gonna be? He's put it on provisional pole with an 8.3. J Cole throwing down the gauntlet right now, showing the sister team, the Alfa Romeo, the junior team, exactly who's boss of the Ferrari family. Let's see what his teammate is doing right now. His teammate looks to be just starting a lap, so we'll leave Campbell for the time being. Actually, to be honest, Campbell might be the closest one on our lap. Yeah, it looks like Campbell is the closest one on our lap, so we're going to stay on board with Campbell.
Let's see it. Let's just see how he will run here.
He looks pretty clean so far. We
Clip
will
the grass a little bit.
Yeah, we will see how he does. We do. I think he might have invalidated. He's on 0 ERS.
Yeah,
As
he
J Cole goes
invalidated.
even faster at 8.2. He carried on for a second flying lap, and they paid dividends for him.
He's He's making sure no one's going to take pole from him.
Yep, incredible pace right there from the man in the Scuderia. And it looks like a Williams, a Racing Point, and a Alfa Romeo Sauber. Actually, it's not even a Sauber anymore. It's Alfa Romeo only. An Alfa Romeo, just deciding who's on a lap and who's not on a lap. As it looks like, yeah, it was Caesar, Total Peas, and Toxic. And meanwhile, there's a Mercedes right behind them. You want to be careful, as it looks like Campbell is once again going on a flyer. Let's see what the Ferrari man is going to be able to do. We got less than a minute left in this qualifying session. Can Campbell get a good lap in? Right now, I think everyone may be on a set of soft tyres. Yes, everyone is on a set of soft. So this is going to be interesting. Campbell coming into the third sector right now. As J. Cole has retired from the session. So J. Cole happy with what he's done so far, an 8.2. Now we're going to see if his teammate can match him or maybe even beat him. As we come into the final chicane right now, will the champions? He's
gonna have to work this out. He doesn't
gets
have,
P4.
and that's P4.
As we got a McLaren of Carmentless that goes up into third. Great lap there from Carmentless. So we got coming close to the end of the lap right now. We got Total Peas getting very close to the wall. And the Mercedes getting out of the way. Total Peas does not improve. What about Toxic? Toxic doesn't get any higher either.
B. Morgan,
Caesar gets into fourth.
Oh, it collects into the wall of champions.
B. Morgan into the wall of champions. He goes. But right now I'm on board with the Alfa Williams of Maledictus.
He really slowed down in the exit of the chicane. He's probably not going to get it. And no, he was not improved. I think he got invalidated because he cut the corner. What about QVR?
Maledictus
He
gets
will
up into
jump
third.
up. Ben, where is he going to be? Up to 6. So there you have it. That will be our grid for the Canadian Grand Prix. Looks like Bag of Bones has joined back with us just in the nick of time. So here is the starting grid for the Canadian Grand Prix. We have J. Cool, Velocity, QVR, Carmentless, Caesar, Ben, Campbell, B. Morgan, Mark, Toxic, Total Peas, Dwayne, I probably butchered that name,
yep,
Bag of Bones, Bree is here, McDutchface, Starja, Asahine, Tun, and Raikkonen, which both of them will have no times, so they'll be starting in the back of the grid. So now we should be getting ready for formation lap.
Yes, and it is going to be interesting just to see who put a dry setup on it and who went full for a full wet setup.
We might see a wet tire start. But yes, I think they're going to be starting. I think most of them are going to be starting off with a dry setup, hoping that they will dry up later in the race. But it could be wrong. We're going to have to see. But I can definitely see people definitely going with the wet setups. So this is going to be quite interesting to see different strategies.
Right, well,
and
we are going to have light rain at the start, so I think it'll definitely be an intermediate start. We'll see who decided to go for a bit of a judge.
I saw in the garage of J. Cool, the engineers had the intermediate tires out, and yes, this is the intermediate start.
Okay, well, with the conditions being the way it is, we hope that everyone can keep it clean into turn 1, because that is going to be crucial for a lot of these guys on this first stint. You don't want to chip off any front wing whatsoever.
Yeah, these chicanes are completely unforgivable if you mess up the slightest with these intermediate tires.
Yep, turn in too early, you get a corner cutting warning. Turn in too late, you're probably in the wall.
Precisely. If you gun it too much, like you'll probably be backwards.
So what, it's going to be interesting to see how long it'll take for this track to dry up once it stops raining. If it stops, actually, we don't know the full race forecast. We just know it's light rain at the start. Now, if you guys would excuse me 2 seconds, I just got to untangle my headphones because it is literally tangled up like mad. So I'm just going to quickly untangle this while these guys are getting onto the grid. Right, that's a bit better. Okay, so everyone is now forming up on the grid as we wait 5 red lights and the start of round number 10 here in D2 for the Canadian Grand Prix.
But here we go. Yep, here we are. It's now the 5 red lights.
Lights are out and we are
out.
underway. And it looks like a good start there for J. Cole, but a better one for Velocity. Who's going to try it around the outside?
Oh, we have a McLaren
off.
of Ben. He was in the grass there. He loses a lot of positions there. And Velocity try to look at the inside. Try to look at the inside of J. Cool. They're going to go wheel to wheel.
It's side by side, absolutely everywhere.
Oh, it's a Velocity thought better of it. Decided to back
but J.
off
Cole
a
into
bit.
the wall.
But here he comes back now. Wheel to wheel again with J. Cool. He's gonna go in the inside. Oh no, but he doesn't stick it. Does he? Goes fairly wide. He's gonna be under pressure now from Carmentalist. But it looks like he's gonna hold it off for right now. But here comes Carmentalist. Look at the inside. He had to back off a little bit, leaving him no room. But Carmentalist broke a little bit too soon and got shoved by a QVR. Oh, we have someone who spawned. Oh, that was the Haas of both Mark and Toxic.
Mark and Toxic.
No. Looks like
oh no, we got front wing damage here as Velocity's been tagged by Carmentalist. Front wing is off.
Chaos in the hairpin.
Absolute
looks like the biggest loser right there. The loser right there was Velocity. Caesar. He loses a lot of positions. I'm not sure if he has any front wing damage. Here comes Starja. He passes Velocity there. He's also gonna try to make a move, but also Velocity. He's going to the inside. That causes Campbell to be squeezed on the wall of champions. He also loses position to Caesar.
Gets past the Renault of Carmentalist. And meanwhile, we got B. Morgan right behind these two. And Carmentalist, I do believe, has front wing damage. Yes, he does.
Oh, Raikkonen really tried to dive in the inside of Campbell, but he got squeezed in the grass as Ozzy Hine. He makes a move on him, but they're still going to go wheel to wheel in the chicane. Oh, no, that's Campbell cutting through the corner. He's probably going to pick up I'm not sure if he picked up a penalty for his trouble or not. He probably slowed down enough to where he will avoid a penalty, but that really hurt him pretty bad now. Now Raikkonen is all over the back of him. Looks like they're both right.
Yeah, just looking at as Total Peas cuts the corner as well as Carmentalist, and that's a 3-second time penalty for both, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like biggest loser has to go to Mark. I'm sorry. He had a really good start. He had a good qualifying, and just unfortunate what happened.
Well, unfortunate there for the Haas driver, but right now the man in control is the Ferrari out in front, J. Cole.
Ozzy really losing positions against Raikkonen and also Campbell. Raikkonen goes to the inside, but Campbell, he's gonna go to the pits. Looks like he probably had huge front wing damage.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
so
surprised
he's probably gonna
Velocity
have to.
didn't go into the pits either. I wonder how long we're going to keep Archie. No, Velocity looks like he's still got a front wing.
He might he might try holding off until the track dries up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what his plan
Oh,
is,
no,
but we're gonna
I
have to
know
wait
what
and
happened.
see.
I know what happened. Yeah, Carmentless front wing is the one I saw shattered all over the place because Carmentless has no front wing right now. QVR
Yeah.
Maledictus, I believe, still has a full front wing. He does.
And I was allowing B Morgan just to stay right behind him, so they have to race right now with no DRS quite yet. As now we got Toxic and Ton, they were going wheel to wheel, but it looks like
Season
Toxic,
Velocity.
he was able to hold it. He wasn't able to hold him.
Caesar gonna have a look down the inside at the hairpin. Breaks later, he gets the apex and he's gonna have a slightly better exit, but no, Velocity's gonna get the traction down. And this is gonna be a drag race now down to the final chicane. Guys, don't go too wide into that corner. Someone back out, please. It doesn't go well. And Caesar does back out, so here we go. Caesar does get a better run out of the final chicane. He swings to the inside. He's going to have the inside line into turn 1 as B Morgan is battling with Carmentless, but we got Caesar down the inside and Velocity going to go around the outside. The wheel to wheel is great stuff, and Velocity gets the traction in and is able to stay ahead of Caesar for the time being. Meanwhile, Carmentless
almost hitting the back of the Velocity there, but managed to keep a hold of it.
Oh, and but Total Peas hits the back of Carmentless. No front wing damage yet though for the Racing Point, but he is going to have to be careful. Realise that Carmentless does have front wing damage. Just be patient, wait for the opportunity, lads. As we got Dylan with front wing damage as well, so he's going to be susceptible to these guys from behind. Velocity, Caesar and his teammate Archie Starger, who is also on a charge along with Raikon as well, the man who gained the most positions at the start of this race.
Say, that was such a chaotic start from them, and now we can finally take a breath from that. Unbelievable.
I don't think we can take a breath just yet, because it looks like Starsha got a bad run, and so did Raikon. So now, can Asahina get past Raikon into turn 1? No, he doesn't. Meanwhile, Caesar and Velocity are now on the back of Dylan. So this is going to be interesting now. How are these guys going to navigate not only Dylan but Carmentless if they catch up to him in time? Which I think they will, because both of them with front wing damage, they're going to be breaking a bit earlier into the corners. Who is going to get caught out by it? And to be fair, Carmentless is actually doing well to keep up with B Morgan slightly.
Yeah, with even missing a front end plate, but yet not sure exactly what the extent of his damage is. I'm not sure if he's just missing the end plate or there's just more damage that we're just not seeing right now.
Alright, now a man under pressure is going to be Dylan. Velocity is closing in rapidly. Is he going to have a look into the final chicane? He is having a look, but he doesn't go for it. He looks for a better exit out of the final chicane.
A very dangerous place to overtake.
And he doesn't make a move into turn 1. Doesn't quite have the overspeed for it. Meanwhile,
as we see J. Cool just flying through this track, he's just looks like he's the wet weather master here. Oh, well, Asahine just left the session. He probably just
he's probably lagged out. He has probably lagged out again. Unfortunate for Asahina, because right now he is in the final points playing position. And there is a big gap from 16th place Bag of Bones all the way down to Campbell, Mark and Dutchface. 3 guys who have already made a pit stop for a front wing change. Meanwhile, J. Cole just in control right now with that 3.3 second gap to Maledictus in second, who has also got a 3 second gap to
Ooh,
B
Caesar.
Morgan.
Caesar looking at the inside of a ghosted velocity. Probably due to connection issues or something. But he tried looking the inside in the hairpin. But here comes Starja. He's gonna go to the wheel with Caesar. Who's gonna be breaking the latest? It looks like they're both not gonna back out when it comes to the chicane. As Starja, he's gonna be
in the wall.
Looks like
Caesar, he
came
saved
in
it.
contact with him.
He saved it out
He
of the
only
wall.
tapped the wall.
He saved his front
right.
wing, but Caesar has lost so many positions, and Asahina has joined back in the session right now, right behind Caesar.
He joined back in the right time, and the perfect timing too, since he is going to be battling not only Caesar but also his teammate, which has just not passed his AI, and also got passed by Ton. This is the problem with these AR cars; they go really slow.
Yes, and
We got a
unfortunately
yellow
there for
sector
Asahina.
2. Probably a slow car.
Looks like a little bit of front wing has been left around by someone. But velocity all over the back.
Really need to get on that.
I mean, this is turning into a great scrap for what is currently 6th in this race. But we know that there's going to be more to come when this turns into dry conditions. In fact, let me just jump on board with someone.
Yeah,
yes, it has stopped raining.
Yeah, it's actually dried up. So we're going to be seeing. So we're definitely going to be seeing some tire.
Yes, I know. I know Dylan's lost
here.
front wing. Dylan and Car Mentalist right now are with half a front wing. Meanwhile, Velocity. I think Velocity, yeah, his wing is still intact. Along with Starja, Raikon, Caesar, unfortunately, side by side with Starja in the final chicane. Not what you want to be doing, especially in these conditions. But he does manage to save his front wing.
One driver we really haven't talked a lot about is Raikkonen, because he started all the way in the very back of the grid and is now up to P9 and is actually right in the back of Starja. So it's been a very good start for him for the Toro Rosso.
Yep, a great start there for the. Oh, he's gone down the inside of Starja. That is the last of the late breakers. That is a very bold move there from the Toro Rosso driver.
But here he comes back again on the racing point. He's going to look at the inside line. He's going to go wheel to wheel with Starja. He looks like he has the better speed, and he's going to be braking later. He's going to make the chicane of Starja.
Into the pits.
He's going straight to the pits.
It's just going to be for the dries. It has to be for the dries, but it's too early though.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be switching to the softs. Yeah, I think this might be too early.
Yeah, the amount of spray that's still coming off the back of these cars, I think Starja might have just gone a few laps too early.
He's also going to be having older tires as well against everyone. Also, back of Bones, he also pits too, but he's getting a new front wing as well. But he switches to the mediums. I'm going to stick with Starja right now to see how he does with the soft compounds. Because it looks like he's not really getting enough grip.
I'm sticking on board right now with this battle between Raikon and Velocity, as Raikon has just completely cut that corner. I mean,
he's going to pick up a penalty for his troubles.
Yep, meanwhile, Total Peace is also caught up to the back of Car Mentalist, who is starting to struggle now because Dylan is also catching as well, and Velocity is dropping back slightly. So I don't know. Looks a bit too early.
Starja, and we got another car coming in. That's Velocity. He's always going to be switching. I say, is it now the time to switch? I think their engineers were telling them to switch up to change the new strategy. And I think there's not a lot of spray going on now. So we're definitely going to be seeing. So I think it's now time for the slick tires.
I am keeping an eye on that gap from Velocity to Ton, because depending on that gap, that's when we all know.
Precisely. This is.
And that
They
gap
say
right
he
now
is the
is
sex.
growing. So I still think it's like one, maybe 2 laps too early.
Yeah, Yeah, I think Starja really jumped the gun there. Personally, there was still a little bit of spray, so he kind of hurt himself for a good lap, especially switching to the softs. I think he should have stuck. He should have went with the medium tires. Also Campbell. He was the
Right,
second
here we
driver to
go.
switch to the softs.
This is that moment right now, because Velocity is starting to close
Oh,
that gap.
Caesar! It looks like he hit the wall in the exit of the second chicane. He went really
It's not a
slow.
good day
Does he
for
have any
Caesar.
front wing damage? Not sure. Does not look like it. Looks like he went unscathed, which he probably lost the traction.
Right,
Now
well,
here we are as now intermediates against medium compounds. It's looks like they're both gonna be holding up good pacing, but also I did not notice DRS has now been enabled as oh
and J.
no
Cole has
Mark.
just taken off a big chunk of his front wing.
Mark also with a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding. And oh no, that's Bagel Bones. He's left. Oh, that's the. Oh, no, I think that was the. That was rather. Oh, that was the Mercedes, the Ozzy Hine going really wide into the grass,
Actually,
which leaves them to lose 2 positions.
apologies,
Against Tom
it
and
wasn't
Caesar.
J. Cole. It wasn't J. Cole who lost front wing. It was Raikon. I saw a bit of red fly
Uh,
off and immediately thought Ferrari, but no, it was Toro Rosso.
yeah, say right. Raikkonen, he's gonna pit now for those slicks. He's gonna be losing. He's gonna be losing time if he sticks with the intermediates. But I think he wants to stick with B Morgan. Which
No, he's
yes, he
coming
dives
into
in the
pits.
pits with B Morgan. So this is gonna. So he's gonna be sticking with B Morgan right now as J Cool.
But
He's gonna continue his huge leads as a Melodicus, if I pronounce that name correctly.
no.
I know I've been struggling with that name for a while. Like
To
he's
be honest,
starting to
I haven't even pronounced it correctly yet, but I just read it how I say it. Maledictus. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it right now. He has closed up a second in the pit stop phase, so maybe J. Cole just got a little bit held up by a few guys in the pits because that gap has come down by a second. And B. Morgan able to get back out in third place, but Raikon, he has lost a fair bit of time to Starja and Dylan, who I
looks
believe
like
had a front wing
looks
change.
looks like the closest point battle we have is against Velocity and Total Peace. Total Peace on the hard compounds with Velocity. He's on the softer compounds, but of course those hard compounds is going to be lasting longer. Oh, they both come in contact. That pushes Total Peace really wide, and that led Velocity to overtake him. That's probably going to be looked over to the stewards. But Total Peace, he probably have red in his eyes now. He's trying to catch up to Velocity. Not going to try to overtake him in the. Not
Velocity
probably not
just
going to try
picks
to
up
overtake him.
just picks up a 3-second time penalty, but
Here
hang on,
he
here
goes.
goes
Look at
Total
the
Peace down the inside.
And then turn one, and looks like they're gonna come in
Oh,
contact
losing the
with each
back
other.
end slightly
Oh,
there for Total Peace. Little bit of contact in the back end, just stepped out on him.
they say Velocity looked like he really misjudged that braking point in the entrance of the hairpin,
I think
and
Velocity
just
is
let.
just seeing absolute red right now. Just seeing the likes of J. Cole and Maledictus just
I,
get past him in
I,
the early phases.
I think that leads to Total P's being really fuming as well.
And Car Mentalist now all over the back of that racing point. And Total Peace has lost a huge amount of time from Velocity, so he does not have DRS to hold to help him out. So Car Mentalist should easily sweep past the racing point right now as J. Cole keeps setting fastest lap after fastest lap, showing the track is getting
he
grippier.
passes Total P's with no issues. I think Total P's is just gonna try to drive for the distance. I don't think he's gonna try to be the fastest car. I don't think he's trying to look for so much on racing speed, but I think he's just trying to hold out to avoid another pit stop. I think that's what he's gonna try to do. I think he's just gonna try to stick with the one stop.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to go to the end. The only problem with that is the fact that the hard tires are such, they are just so slow
on this track. Exactly,
and you can
it's
see
just so slow. You're not. I mean, they're very durable, but yeah, like you said, it's really slow against like coming in contact with Dwayne.
Had to cut the corner
it
there.
Looks like,
but I was just about to say.
Oh no, he took the exit route, so technically he didn't really cut the corner that much. He did take the exit route, and maybe he's going to be having DRS over Delane, if I pronounce that correctly. I've been messing up names today.
It's Dylan.
Dylan, sorry. Looks like Total P's. He's going to be ganging. He's ganging, but not close enough.
No, but he might have another crack now into turn 1 as Carmela sets a new fastest lap. Yeah, anyway, what I was going to say before this battle started to kick off a little bit, that the hard tyres are just
Raikkonen!
Raikkonen into the pits. Is this for a front wing? Yeah, it is for a front wing.
Oh, yeah, he lost his front wing. I wonder what happened there.
Well, I just saw a front wing.
He's going to have to force himself.
I just saw some front wing who's lost a little bit of front wing somewhere.
And he retired from the session. Ah, again, no.
It does appear that Raikkonen is having a fair bit of bad luck recently.
Yeah. As I say, we understand the frustrations, but I don't. But still, though, you can try to scavenge something if you work hard.
Anyway, as I was gonna say, just judging from the gap right now between Total P's and the cars ahead, you've got to think that, you know, J. Cole, Maledictus and B. Morgan, by the time they're going to make their pit stops, they should pretty much come out ahead.
Oh, Total P's! He's out! Oh, the Wall of Champions! Oh, no!
The Wall of Champions has claimed their first victim.
It is called the Wall of Champions for a reason. If none of you know what it means that wall has claimed so many world champion drivers. So that is why it's called the Wall of Champions.
I was just about to say, I mean, some people may say I might have commentator cursed him, but what I was going to say was the fact that he was losing so much time to the guys who are at the top right now, that the top 3 should be able to pit and come out ahead of Pease, even though Pease is going to the end of the race, and the guys behind him should have the pace to catch back up on faster tyres at the end of the race. But it's over right now as we got Carmentless with DRS overtaking Velocity into the final chicane as we got a yellow flag out. Is this for Dutch Face, who has also retired from
the session? We got a Dutch Face. He stopped at the exit of the pit lane. He's retired. What happened?
He just retired. I think he retired in just before he came into the pits or something.
Yeah,
he just stopped them.
Yeah, I didn't see any damage. So yeah, he probably just retired there. I say, we're just getting retirements left and right now. It's just out of nowhere. It seemed like a pretty clean race for right now. Now we have Velocity looking all over the back of Carmentless. He's gonna try everything he can just to get in front of him and try to catch up with the rest of the leaders. And it looks like both had a really good exit there, but as Velocity, DRS. He's gonna have the advantage. Yeah, he's gonna have the advantage of DRS. Carmentless, he's on overtake mode as Velocity is on low. quite interesting.
I mean, that's good good strategic. Yeah, nice words, Mike. That's
Good
good,
strategy
good
or
tactics there
tactics.
from Velocity because
Yeah,
right now he could just
Carmelos
save his
goes for the
ERS.
fastest lap. Yeah,
He
yeah,
can
he's
just
gonna
save his
try to put a
ERS.
lot of pressure on him just so he can use up a lot of his ERS deployment.
I mean, if I was Velocity right now, I would be saving a bit of ERS, which he is currently doing. You can see the difference: 48 for Car Mentalist, 67 for Velocity. Velocity is playing this pretty well,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah,
got to watch out.
by the looks of it, he looks like he does have a better pacing than Car Medalist, so he can get away with that. And sure enough, and that's gonna leave Car
Meanwhile,
Medalist.
Mark
He's
and
gonna
Bree side by side. Unbelievable! What a move there from Mark. Yes, I just stole your catchphrase. What a move from Mark in the first chicane around the outside. You love to see it. It's a shame that it's a shame of what happened with Mark in lap one. Could have been a good result there
yeah,
for the Haas driver.
it looks like he's gonna try everything he can just to make up for it. And Velocity, he's just now all over the back of Car Mentalist now. This Car Mentalist, he's trying everything he can just to keep that Toro, Alfa Romeo behind him. And Starjet, he goes in the pits, yeah, and say, yeah, he's really suffering the consequences of having that soft compound tires, and now he's going to be switching to the hards. So that's
I
going to be
I don't
two.
understand. I don't understand the hard tire choice, but there because
Probably, probably should have buggered down and try to try to stick with the. Probably could have gone like one or two more laps and then switched to the medium compounds.
well,
But
no, the
yet,
mediums
because
can
I
do
think he's
16
going to be really
laps.
struggling.
The mediums can do that stint. 16 to 18 laps, and yeah, you can do that on the mediums.
Yeah. Yeah, as Carmelos, he picks up another 3-second time penalty. It's a definitely this when it comes to the midfield penalties is gonna definitely decide decide the finishes here, as Velocity is just doing everything he can just to keep pressure on Carmelos. I think he's just toying with him right now.
He is perfectly saving up his ERS right now because look at that 48 for Car Mentalist and 83 for Velocity. Velocity is saving his ERS and he's going to have plenty to burn when it comes to overtaking Car Mentalist, and he might actually just been saving it just for that final stint because he may very well chuck on a set of softs at the end. He might just want fastest lap.
Precisely. I don't blame him for having that. As Campbell, he puts in the fastest lap, but that is not going to matter unless he manages to finish in the top 12. Car, Carmelos is doing a pretty. Even though he's using more ERS than.
I've got to check right now because I just had a
Well, wait, he was at the vet?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I had him running around the parking lot without it.
Ghost.
I thought it was
Yep.
gonna lose our baby.
Can you check the stream for me a sec, mate? Because I just got a stream unavailable on my phone.
Yeah, same here. I have a stream not available.
I don't even
Looks like we
know why, but
Looks like we've been like that for a. I think we've been like that for a full minute. Oh no.
I may have to
Um,
restart the stream.
Yeah. YouTube has been really